And it is go time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of vapors of all ages. Welcome once again. This is Joe of All Vapes, your eye in that vaping sky. We are talking about some tasty, delicious e-juice today. First of all, I want to welcome back all of my amazing fans, followers, and friends. You're always welcome. Kick your feet off and stay a while. But if this is your first time tuning in, smash on that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the latest and greatest in awesomeness, you know what I'm saying? So I keep everything kind of tightly knit within a close family of sponsors and friends. All those out there that support me, thank you so much. I really couldn't appreciate you anymore, guys. Let me tell you, especially through this trying time. I haven't been posting or reviewing much of anything lately. Most of you out there know that I've been preaching about my brand new baby coming in this month of June. I do have some tasty reviews to get out. One of those is on Dead Man's Hand. Just gonna put them in the shot instead of me. Dead Man's Hand Elixir. This stuff is absolutely amazing, incredibly tasty e-juice. So let me give you a little bit of background into this stuff. Now, some of you guys have seen some former reviews that I have done from a brand by the name of Lucky 13 Elixir. That stuff is no more. And it's an unfortunate story. I'm not gonna get too deep into the situation over that. All that I can say is that my good friend Wolfgang Mustaine, direct from the UK to Florida to grace the United States with some of his awesomeness, switched gears from the Lucky 13 Elixir to the Dead Man's Hand. And let me tell you something, regardless of the circumstances that caused him to do this switch, I'm really excited and happy that he did. Nothing personally to you, Wolfgang, my man, but this stuff is bomb. 10 times better than the stuff that you were forced from getting to make. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is definitely the pinnacle of your artistry, okay? And everybody else, you guys can take my word for it. This guy definitely has a mindset for a little bit of the macabre, I might add, but he definitely does know solid flavors when he sees it and tries it. So we're gonna go through these three main flavors, and I'm really hoping he comes out with some different configurations, but these are the fatty monster 100+ milliliter bottles that he sent me, and I'm gonna take these out of the box just so we can give them a little bit more prop, okay? So first of all, big old fatty massive bottles, awesomeness going on here, okay? 100 milliliters, 85 VG and 15 PG, and I believe it's pretty much 85-15 on all three of these, and it is, okay? So I'm getting these in 3 milligrams. Now, what is so special and fantabulous, you might be asking yourself, other than the absolutely awesome bling-ass bottles that we're talking about right here, okay? The names of these are number 66, number 33, and number 13. So, first of all, let me just read off to you the blend, the flavor description going on here, okay? First of all, the number 13, aged in bourbon-soaked whiskey barrels, unique 2-month aging process, single barrel small batch, extremely limited edition, artfully prepared for your vaping pleasure. Now, I would love to pretend that I can keep all that stuff in mind, but if you really want to get across the proper flavor combinations and the mixology that goes into this amazingly crafty juice, I'm gonna have to get it straight from the source. So, piles of vanilla custard, cheesecake graham cracker crust with a smudge of ripe strawberry, a dash of sweet cream, a hint of hazelnut, and a swirl of caramel. Okay, so you've heard these flavors before, you've probably tried them, but I can absolutely guarantee you the best bang for your buck is going to go into the number 13. If you like your decadent, rich, desserty type flavors, like I know I do, like y'all know I do, you're absolutely gonna love this stuff. Trust me when I say this, nothing you have ever tried is going to be as good as the blend and the mixology that's coming from Dead Man's Hand Elixir. Really top of the line. Profile and consistency is out of the roof. Haven't even gotten to my favorite flavor yet. I'm saving that one for last. Number 66, pretty much the only difference is the number on it, okay? Tahitian vanilla, French vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, and a generous dollop of custard with a dusting of graham cracker pie crust. Okay, so this is a unique and tasty take on a traditional vanilla custard. Different kinds of vanillas working in different wavelengths and levels. Okay, so it's going to hit the olfactory sense, different areas and section of your tongue. Here's a little bit of my culinary background working its best for you guys. Okay, aged vanilla in different levels of headiness, thickness, and flavor consistency. The profile is as good as you're going to get with this stuff, guys. I'm absolutely guaranteeing you. Now, the best for last, and I'm going to do it with you here, guys. Armfuls of salted caramel for the number 33. Piles of graham cracker and a sprinkle of sugar cookie with a streak of Bavarian cream. Okay, now there are some certain salted caramel flavored e-juices on the market, and they sort of kind of started to flood, I would say probably about mid last year, when the salted caramel craze really started to hit pretty heavy. I've got some favorites outside of the Dead Man Hands elixir, but let me tell you, it's a damn good thing Wolfgang decided to make these in 100 milliliters, because this one's already probably about a third of the way gone. I've been hitting this one hard. It is amazing. The proper combination of a deep, rich, buttery caramel, along with just a really good bitterness of a solid, salted content going on there, almost like a sea salt, and I'd be surprised if it wasn't that derivative. A perfect blend. The combination just really gets topped off with a solid Bavarian cream, not too deep and rich, and it's really not earthy enough that it detracts away from the flavors of the salted caramel itself. That's really pretty much the highlight of this flavor, in my opinion. The number 33 is so amazing, I really just want to pour it over ice cream and call it good, okay? Anything above 3 milligrams, in my opinion, I don't even want to play with, because I'm afraid it would detract from the overall taste consistency. But the quality of this stuff is absolutely top-notch, bar none, knocked it out of the park, okay? So like I said, if you've tried anything from the Lucky 13 elixir, get that stuff out of your mind, okay? That's old news. What is new news is Dead Man's Hand elixir, okay? Number 13, number 33, and number 66, 100 milliliter fat bottles. Now, the cool thing is, you can order this stuff online on his website, and that is going to be deadmanshandelixir.com, okay? Truly magnificent e-liquid, and there's actually a UK-based section on the website, as well as an American-based section on the website that you can buy all of this stuff from. This review really is long and far overdue. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of that salted caramel goodness, and I'm going to bust some into my Faro, a little fatty dripper going on right here, okay? So you get these massive dripper awesomeness glass tubules going on right here, and I wanted to do this with you guys just so you can see exactly just a lot of the cloud production that's coming from this. I mean, it's an 8515, which is pretty much the highest, in my opinion, you can possibly go without sacrificing flavor. And for those of you that don't really know what it is I'm talking about in regards to that, VG is traditionally not the greatest flavor carrier in the world. Technically, PG is, just as a carrier. It has nothing more to do than with the just how the stuff is made. You know, I mean, it's really just, it's a different type of glycerin, okay? So this is set for me at about 0.24 ohms. Single coil on my Faro. I like to burn it at about 75 watts. So I'm going to fire it up just a little bit to kind of soak it into the cotton. All right, and then I'm just going to put a little bit over the top of the coil. Screw the cap on this bad boy. And okay, now I've got the air intake valves open completely all the way, 75 watts. Not bad for the cloud production right now. Obviously, I've got to let it prime just a little bit more. I'm actually using a different kind of cotton that was given to me from a friend of mine. Typically, I hit up my kendo, you know what I'm saying, but I wanted to humor my buddy. You know, I tell him, and usually he goes for the kendo as well, you know what I'm saying? But I won't mention the name of the cotton or the friend. Don't want to embarrass him. I mean, it's not as good as the kendo, but every now and then I like to broaden my horizons just a little bit. Okay, so We're gonna up ramp this up to about 75 watts. I'm gonna give you the full effect of what I'm talking about here. Okay. Okay, so the coil is not burning as hot as I usually like to hit it, but I don't have a real high lung capacity. But for an 8515, you can pretty much see where I'm going with. The cloud density is still fairly solid. If I wanted to chuck massive clouds, I'd ramp this bitch up to about 80, 85, but I don't really want to do that right now. Especially considering the buzz, I'm getting 3 milligrams. I'm not exactly a heavy hitter here, guys. Okay, so the flavor quality that I'm getting from that is absolutely top-notch. It's not overly sweet enough that I think I want to give myself a root canal that I do from typically eating hordes of candy, and fat-free. And since I'm getting into the bodybuilding gig once again, yeah, that's guilt-free right there, you know what I'm saying? So, long story short, Dead Man's Hand Elixir, amazingly, fantabulously wonderful elixir. Awesome stuff. Definitely go on to Dead Man's Hand Elixir on Instagram. Give my bro Wolfgang Mustaine a follow. Go to Dead Man's Hand Elixir a follow, and I tell you what, if he likes this review and all of you guys dig this review, I'm gonna see if I can get some bottles of this amazing stuff for a giveaway, because I can absolutely guarantee you, those of you that have gotten some of his previous stuff from a giveaway, get that stuff out of your mind, because this stuff is 10 times better than anything he's come out with before. And you know what? For a one-man operation, this dude definitely has his game down. So do yourselves a favor, check out Dead Man Hand Elixir. Wolfgang Mustaine, thank you so much once again for hooking me up with some of the best stuff on the market. I hope it goes far, and I will do my part to make sure that it does, guys. So thank you once again for tuning in. This is Joe of All Vapes, your eye in that vaping sky. I'm making this short, I'm making this sweet, because we've got a ton of stuff to do, you know what I'm saying? Once again, love yourselves, love each other, and as always, keep it wonderfully, amazingly sweet, stickily salted caramel, cloudy. Hey everybody, this is Joe of All Vapes. Thank you for watching. For the best in vape reviews, pound that subscribe button, and don't forget, vaping saves lives.